Hello, 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 and thank you so much for stopping by. I'm Soraya Marshall Wright. Welcome to the world according to Soraya. All right, so many of you may already know that I'm originally from Haiti, but what you may not know is that I have a personal experience with Alzheimer's. Yes, the month of November happens to be Alzheimer's Disease Awareness Month. It's near and dear to my heart because it's something that I do on a daily basis. And I work with clients who have loved ones with this disease and serve the community to assist individuals and their families dealing with this disease. But my personal experience is a little bit different. And it is why I'm deciding to bring you this message this month. So, reason why I mention Haiti is because sometimes whatever community you grow up in or live in, you just may not have access to certain information. So I remember being a very young child and meeting my paternal grandmother, meeting her when she was completely bedridden. She couldn't really communicate much. And all I heard from my loved ones is that she went off to New York and she wasn't really used to the cold. And somehow the cold paralyzed her. And this is how she ended up in the bed. It sounded off, but obviously, as a child, I didn't question it. And for many years, I didn't question it. But as I started working more and more in this space, I started to inquire. And that's when I learned that she, in fact, suffered from Alzheimer's. And her exposure to the cold actually came from the fact that she was a wanderer. She had no idea where she was. This is something that's pretty typical of individuals who suffer from Alzheimer's disease. She wandered away from home and she was lost. And she was lost for several hours. And yes, the cold, of course, did impact her because she was in New York and she was a little lady from Haiti. But it was not what actually caused her decline. This disease is something that affects not just the way a person thinks or the things that they remember, but it can affect the way they interact with their loved ones. It can affect their actions. And ultimately, as was the case in my grandmother's case, their actions could lead to physical ailments that could affect them for the rest of their lives. So I want to encourage you this month to learn a little bit more about this disease and to also have conversations with your loved ones and pay attention to signs that you may just brush off as just being a sign of old age, but a sign that could really mean that there's additional assistance needed. So, no matter what community you live in, or where you come from, or what story you've heard about what could be causing issues in your elderly loved ones' lives, and it doesn't necessarily even have to be an elderly person, but what could be causing issues in a loved one's life who may be suffering from Alzheimer's disease, do some more research on that. There's lots of help out there, but in order to get the help, we have to properly identify the issue. In her case, unfortunately, no one really knew how to help her. No one knew what the issue was. So she passed away with lots of people, myself included, believing that she went off to New York from Haiti and just suffered from extreme frostbite and couldn't move anymore, when she had a disease that was affecting her brain and her ability to process where she needed to be and what she needed to do. So keep that in mind and protect your loved ones and get them the help that they need. All right. So if you didn't know that Alzheimer's disease can affect so much more than your memory, and that oftentimes the signs may be something as simple as someone wandering off in the cold, now you know. And I'll see you next time.